guys, it's your girl K Divine coming back with another message. If you saw my message earlier that I posted, it probably just posted a couple hours ago, but if you saw the message that I just did today, I'm in a much better mood now. I had to meditate on a couple of things and I got a couple of downloads and I came to a revelation that really uplifted me, and I'm so thankful to the Most High and my spirit team for bringing me into this understanding. Um, but I'm in a much better mood, which made me want to give you guys this message. Um, your enemies are losing everything right now. I don't know who this message is for, but them people, if you go back and look at some of my videos about, the people who target you are mentally ill and things of that nature, those people who are targeting you right now, they're losing everything. Okay. Um, they are losing everything. And you got to understand that there's so much power in stillness. There is so much power in stillness and in silence. A lot of times, these people who target you, when they see you being quiet, they assume that you're weak. They assume that you don't have anything to say and that you're scared. But really, it's like they were hoping for an emotional reaction out of you. They were hoping for you to lose your mind. They were hoping for you to lash out at them, and come after them with all this anger and animosity. And when they got to the end of it, and you didn't do those things, whatever they were plotting and planning in the background, whatever they bet on you, whatever they was telling all of the people that they was gathering up to watch, because really what they was doing, they was gathering up people for a show. Period. They were gathering up people for a show. They thought that by them having this plan, especially like, let's just, for example, some of y'all may be in narcissistic relationships, or you have escaped a narcissistic partner, and when you're in that smear campaign, those narcissists, they put a lot on the line. Okay, they put a lot on the line because in their mind, they're going to ruin you. And I've said this before that, sometimes, not always, but for a lot of us, the smear campaign has been going on throughout the relationship prior to the discard, whether you discarded them or they discarded you. The smear campaign was going on way before then. They already been having people sitting back questioning your motives, questioning who you are. That's why some of y'all will notice like some of their friends and family coming on your social media trying to see what you doing and keeping tabs on you. Some of those people are flying monkeys, and some of those people are just curious to be like, I've seen this person, and like, is this really, like, what's going on? They were hoping and praying. They were hoping that all that stuff that they was doing to you, all the harassment, like for me, like my ex did some weird stuff when it came down to our daughter, and try to paint me in the court system as this unstable, unfit, mentally ill person. And it's like, I'm not mentally ill. Okay. Like in the court documents, he said that I had a history of bipolar. Like the language was already messed up. Bipolar and autism. I have a history of bipolar and autism. I'm like, I am autistic. That is true. But I do not have bipolar disorder. And even if I did, it's like there was no record of me doing anything crazy. But see, what I came into the understanding of was that his game plan and goal was to try to set that up so that I would act crazy. So then they could compile all this evidence, him and his mama. So they can compile all of this evidence against me so that they could be like, yes, because he even brought her into court the first time that I actually was able to appear in court, because I had missed other court dates because of circumstances. And I finally, I finally appeared in court. And even the judge was looking at me like, what is this? What is this? Like, this doesn't match. Like, this lady don't look like she crazy. She don't look like she, like, and I was there, I was silent. I was waiting patiently. Like, she was waiting for some crazy deranged person to walk into court. And because she was like, is that you? Like, because listen to me. The day that the court date happened, that first one we had, our court date was set for 1:00, and this is my first time having to do any of this, like, custody, parenting, all that. I've never had to do any of that before, so I didn't know what to expect. And I had driven there, and I had only, like, and this is, parking meters and all that type of jazz. Like, I only did it for like an hour or so, because I was like, I don't think we gonna be here all day. I was wrong, because our case was heard last. And I was like, why is this taking so long? And then she was like, we're just waiting for, she was like, she was waiting for me to come in, and I had been sitting there. For hours, and I was like, that's me. And she was looking around like, and she was like, mm-hmm. He said to her, he repeated what he put in the court. Well, she has a history of bipolar. And I was like, I don't have a history of bipolar disorder. That's not true. I said, but I am autistic. Now, I don't have no problems making that known, because I have a diagnosis. I don't care. But me being autistic doesn't mean that I'm incapable of being a parent. It does make it a little bit more difficult as far as, like, my regulation, especially with all the stuff I've been having going on. But he tried to bring his stepmom in as a witness. And I was like, I ain't never done nothing to that lady. That man has been trying to set me up for months, trying to get me on some stuff. And I know that his reputation is on the line, because I know he's been telling people lies about me since we were together. So it's like, honestly, I didn't engage in the smear campaign, and you shouldn't either. Do not engage in the smear campaign. It does not matter what those people say about you. Do not engage. Do not engage. Okay? I don't know who this message is for. Do not engage in the smear campaign. The approach that I take when I know that people are, especially, let's just talk about relationships. I'll do another video on how to approach these situations when it's like a business type of transaction. But that's really how you got to keep it. You got to keep it strictly professional with people. And I mean that. And when I say professional, I mean, like, for me, you don't have to do exactly what I do, but you got to keep the facts. You can't argue with facts, okay? You cannot argue facts. They could try to deflect and all of that, but you got to completely remove your emotion out of it. I know that person hurt you. I know that there's a lot of pain. There may be some animosity depending on how long the relationship was, depending on the level of abuse that you endured. Because, narcissistic people, they're abusers regardless. There's no, you endured abuse, whether it was physical, emotional, mental, psychological, it is spiritual. Like they take so much from you. That's why you were so drained around those people all the time. You ever wonder why you get around that person and then you just started feeling like you needed to go to sleep? Them people was draining your energy. Those people were so bad for you. And most of the time, those narcissistic people, they were masquerading around town with your energy while you were sitting at home depleted, couldn't sleep well, gaining weight, losing weight, just struggling all together while they're over here prancing around with your energy. And we cutting that all the way off. This is why they're losing everything. These people have been, like I said, they've been masquerading in your energy. They've been masquerading, acting like they're just like you, that they're loving, kind, and caring, and compassionate. And they were setting up the stage for you to look like them. That's why, then see, this is the reason why the way that they abuse you, especially those covert narcissists, those are the sneakiest, snakiest motherfuckers I have ever engaged with. I'm not saying like it's easier to spot someone who like a malignant narcissist, but covert narcissism is probably the most dangerous type of narcissist because it's so subtle. My mother is a covert narcissist, which is probably why a lot of people didn't believe me when I would tell them some of the things that she said to me or some of the things that she's done to me. Because when they saw her in public, they're like, nah, she's so loving and caring and kind and all sorts of stuff. Covert narcissists will legitimately go and help other people, go help strangers and give you nothing. So that when you start telling people about the stuff that they did to you, people are gonna be like, no, that person literally does charity every week. That person's literally on the deacon board at their church. That person is literally one of the top educators at their school. Like, no, you're making that up. And that's what they want. That's what them people wanted the whole time. They wanted you to look crazy as hell. They wanted you to look like you were deranged and crazy. But when I tell you, there is so much power in stillness. There is so much power in silence. And you removing yourself by blocking them people, whatever it is that you had to do, if you had to move away or move around, take things, take all of your energy away from those people, because when you block all of those people out, because if you're engaging with a narcissist, you can't keep relationships with people that are in common with them, more than likely. Especially their friends, you gotta delete and block all them folk, because they always gonna take that person's side. Always. They're always going to take that person's side, and it's no point. And plus, half of them are flying monkeys anyways. So they're going to be going around and, looking at your page. Like, if you don't get those people off of your social media, they're going to be looking at your pages, trying to see what you're doing, and they're going to be reporting back. So, like, say, you broke up with, you and your narcissist broke up. Well, if you keep their family on your page, if you keep any of their friends on your page, and you start dating someone else and you start posting them, the narcissist is gonna find out. I had to pretty much abandon my social media pages because there were so many fake profiles looking at my page. I'm like, I don't know who the hell these people are. And I mean, I wasn't posting anyways. I stopped posting months ago for that reason, because I was like, there are people watching for me. They trying to see what I got going on. They trying to see if I'd fallen off yet. And I wasn't going to give them motherfuckers no satisfaction. The only social media I have right now is my YouTube channel. This is where I get all of my entertainment from at this point. Because I was like, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, all of that had to go. I was like, nope. Because there are people watching me. And it's like, nope, I can't risk it. I can't risk reposting something or I can't do it. Plus, I needed to stop all the doom scrolling anyways, and I need to focus on my work. But anyways, those people are gonna they gonna go back and tell the narcissist what you got going on. They gonna do all they little, and it's like, these people are mentally ill too. The flying monkeys are mentally ill. Like, let's keep it a buck. These people are mentally ill, because it's like, why are you worried so much about me? Especially, it's like, okay, I was such a terrible person, right? I was such a terrible boyfriend. I was such a terrible girlfriend to you, terrible wife, terrible husband, whatever the case may be, domestic partner, whatever your situation was. I was so terrible to you, yet you're keeping tabs on me. Why? And these people have moved on, right? Most of the narcissists can't be alone. So the narcissist done already like sifted through 3, 4, 5 people by now, if not more, looking for more. So it's, and you over here chilling, doing your thing, not worried about nothing or nobody. But yet they're still so concerned about you and what you got going on. But the other thing too that you got to understand is that these people, like I said, they've been setting the stage for a really long time. They got groups of people, I'm telling y'all right now. They have been gathering people up to watch this massive downfall. But they fucked with the right one, okay? They didn't know how protected you were. They didn't know how hard the Most High rides for you. They did not know how hard your spiritual team rides for you. They did not know that you got big steppers in the spiritual realm behind you, always clocking all the tea. Every time your name is spoken in a room that you haven't set foot in, your spiritual team is on top of it, especially if it's in a negative manner. They know exactly what's going on, and they've been keeping tabs. And the more that you heal, and the more that you elevate, and the more that you keep, just going on your path and on your journey, all them lies starting to look real odd to people. Because people are starting to be like, what, didn't you say they this and that? Didn't you say they were doing this? Didn't you say they had all of these people with them, and that they were dating several people, and that they was prostituting themselves? And we don't see that. And the narcissist is looking dumb. And the narcissist is never going to take accountability, because narcissists and accountability are not mutually exclusive. They don't know one another. They're never going to take accountability for any of their mistakes. Ever. Never going to take accountability for any lies that they've told. They'll double down on them too. They'll double down. And they know that, and they know, and they're waiting, they're hoping for something. And that's why I'm saying, like, because once you completely emotionally detach from these people, they really don't got nothing. They don't have anything. That is what they bank on. These people bank on emotional reactions. And when you are able to find that power and that strength, and being like, I see the game, I see what you're doing, you go deal with that. Whatever lie you told, I'm not going to make it come true. I'm going to be quiet. And you know what? Regardless of anything, yeah, in the long run, well, not in the long run, but in those moments, to other people on the outside, they may say, oh, well, she was rude. She didn't speak. Oh, well, he just ignored him the whole time, and she was trying to talk to him. They can say all of those things, and it may be true, yeah. Because honestly, most of the time when I do my exchanges with my daughter, I don't speak to him for various reasons. First of all, because he's disrespectful. Like, disrespectful, always wasting my time. Just, he be doing little things trying to get me upset. And it's like, I see what you're doing. And it's like, I'm going to let you believe that you're winning. I'm just going to let you believe that you're winning. So I'm just going to be quiet. I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna say nothing. I hand him his clothes that he sent her in that are probably too small. And and I just get back in my car and go about my business and go do what I gotta go do. And that shit scares narcissists. They hate it when because they don't got nothing on you. Come on now. Like I said, they've been telling all these motherfuckers is losing everything, y'all. I don't know who needed to hear this. They're whatever they bet on you, whatever dark evil cult that they are a part of, or whatever they promised, whatever they were promised. Like some of these people took money from other people to attack you. So this isn't just about, romantic relationships. These are just the people who were targeting you in general. These people took money from something or somebody. They were bribed. They were told like, oh yeah, well they gave other people money to go and attack you. Now these people don't have nothing to show for it, because in their mind they were like, oh yeah, if we do this and that, we got them. We got them. We gonna get this money. And they finding out real quick. I heard, Ashley, she just made a video, I think it was either yesterday or today, about people are scattering. I got the same download. Like motherfuckers are running around with like chickens with their head cut off right now. Oh my gosh. If you go watch Cosmic Enlightenment, I think that's her channel, LLC. Go watch Ashley. She was just talking about some stuff. If you're dealing with like a cult situation, or like, some like Freemasons or something, some weird motherfucking, secret society bullshit, go watch her stuff, because she talks a lot about stuff like that. I'm just making, this is a general like targeted. I don't care if it was one person or a group of people. They're losing everything right now. Okay. And because of your strength, because of your stillness, because of your ability to emotionally detach from these motherfuckers, and I know it still hurts, because I still feel the pain too. It takes time, especially when it was people that you really cared about, that you shared intimate like information with. And it hurts when they turn on you, because it's like, dang, like you was never real. You always kept it a buck with these people. You always were honest and upfront with these people, and they took your kindness for weakness. But they're the ones looking real dumb right now. And I don't know if y'all can feel it, but I've been feeling the shift in the air. Like I've been feeling things coming. So I don't know. Some of us may be getting some blessings coming soon, okay? If you was waiting on something, if you've been praying about something, it may be coming into fruition as we speak. And the only advice I can give you at this time is stay prayed up. Stay prayed up. Stay in that peace state that you're in. Don't crash out. I know that it's been a long time coming. I'm telling myself the same thing. I know this has been a long time coming. I know that things have been seeming like it's really slow. I know that it's been seeming like everything is just everywhere but nowhere all at the same time. I know that things feel really off, and like you're just like, what the fuck is going on? That's the energy I've been in a lot of days, so I totally understand. And it's like, and I'll be getting downloads so, and I'll be like, I'm so confused. But like I said, like I was so irritated and just so down earlier, and then like I said, I had to meditate on a couple things, and I got some downloads, and I was like, oh, got you. I understand now. And I was like, okay, now I can go to bed happy tonight. Like, I'm okay. It's gonna be all right, y'all. But they're losing everything, y'all. So, and I'm not happy about it. And you shouldn't be either. Like, it does not bring me any type of joy to see people losing homes, cars, uh, retirement money, whatever they bet on you. Some of these people, and I've made a video a couple weeks ago too, some people are about to lose their life. I was picking up heavy on car accident energy a few weeks ago. Go watch my video. Like some people right now that came against you, they bet their life. And if they didn't bet their life, they may have have sacrificed someone else in their family. Somebody's, I hate saying this out loud because it sucks, but somebody's kid's gonna die, unfortunately. A lot of people put a lot of people in harm's way because they were selfish and because they thought that you were an easy target. Because like I said, these people did not know how big God steps for you. They did not understand how big the Most High stepped for you. Because honestly, even though this has been taking a really long time, I had to tell myself this the other day. I was like, but if I was supposed to be dead already, I would have already been dead. If I was supposed to be in jail already, I would have already been in jail. If I was already supposed to be in someone's mental ward, I would have already been in there. But because I'm not, somebody's paying for the lies that they told. And this is another thing before I close this message out. This is the benefit of standing in truth. When you stand in truth, you ain't gotta run behind 1,000 lies. You don't have to run behind a whole bunch of, you don't have to do a whole bunch of this theater bullshit. All of this, I'm gonna sing something real quick. I'm sorry. Todrick Hall has a song, the very first song on his Straight Out of Oz album. And the first few lines before, the first verse is so powerful, and I feel like this is like my theme song for my channel. So just give me a second. I have to hear the song. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. He's a brainless, heartless coward with no power. That's just another trick of his. He ain't no whiz, so don't fuel his fire. Jump in my balloon, I'll take you higher. Take you somewhere over the rainbow. Get your ticket to the show. Heels clicking, here we go. 'Cause you already know there's no place like home. These people are the wizard, the whiz, whichever version you want. They're a man behind the curtain operating, making it seem like they're great and powerful. But then when you take all that shit away, you find out there's some bitch ass coward behind that shit. And I am here to help you reveal all of that and help you detach from all that bullshit, y'all. Them motherfuckers is losing everything. They losing everything right now. And this message is timeless too. So you may come into this message while you're in the midst of everything, and this is for the future, and this could be the past. And you already watched them lose everything. Excuse me. Let me know if this message resonated with you. I'm gonna hopefully make a lot more content this weekend and upload it. So please let me know how you feel about this. Feel free to buy me a coffee. The description is in my profile. If you'd like to donate to my channel to keep these messages going, I will appreciate it. I'm gonna figure out how to put it in the description for each of my videos. I gotta save the link or whatever, but I'll put it in the description below if you would like to donate to my channel. But I absolutely adore everyone that has been watching my channel so far. Thank you so much. I hope I can make some more videos soon, but it's your girl K Divine, y'all. I'll see you later. Bye.